This video will show you how to do basic edits and how to add effects in Adobe Premiere Pro. First, let's make sure we have some media to work with. Once we've imported that media, we want to drop it down into our timeline. There we go. Remember that you can change the zoom by dragging over this toggle. The smaller it is, the greater the detail is. You can also increase the size of your sound wave by dragging down the individual audio track sizes. And so as I toggle out, you'll see the detail becomes less, the sound waves get closer together, and back in, the detail is greater. Now, let's say you need to trim out some of your video or audio. We're going to use this little razor blade tool right here. You come over to where you want to cut and just click into the track. Then you can use your selection tool to select that, and then just hit delete on your keyboard. Likewise, if you wanted to cut out many different sections, you would do the same thing. Remember to keep changing your tool. And if you want to move things over, you can just select right here and do what's called a ripple delete, and that'll automatically move things over. If you need to move individual segments, once you have them clipped down, you can grab them and move them back and forth. If you wanted to move, let's say, this portion to the end, I recommend doing a Control X or cut, zoom out, go to where you need to go. Make sure you move your cursor to the point where you're going to paste that segment, and Control V, and there it is. Pretty easy. So by creating little cuts, you can move individual elements of the track, both audio and video. Right now, the audio and the video are locked together. But let's say for whatever reason you wanted to move some audio, but not the video. First, always make sure that you have selected the track you're working in. And then you can right-click, and you're going to unlink. Now, that allows you to grab these elements separate of each other, the video or the audio. Now I'll show you how to attach basic effects to your audio and your video. Come over here to your effects panel. If you're not seeing it, it might be because you're up in editing or assembly. So go ahead and click on effects, and then you'll see your effects panel pop up. There are audio effects and audio transitions, video effects and video transitions, plus various presets. I encourage you to explore all of these. I'm just going to show you the most basic things. So, most often, we want to deal with transitioning from one clip to another. So in audio transitions, this has to do with fading your audio so that you don't get sudden pops of sound. And you can do this by grabbing that effect and then dragging it over and placing it into the audio track at the very beginning or the very end of the track. You'll see it light up. Let me zoom in and show you that again.
I think the head turn is more of a transition thing that we really I'm trying to figure out how to want to do transitions.
Grab the effect, drag it over, and drop it at the beginning or the end of the audio track. Same thing is true for video transitions or video effects. The most basic is the transitions, which require you to do either an additive dissolve or cross dissolve. If you're going between video tracks, you'll want to use a cross dissolve.
We did that. Maybe at like certain points chord-wise, not in the bridge, but like you know, like incorporated in the music. But then like
At the very beginning of your video, you'll want to do an additive dissolve. This will bring it out of black. And then at the very end, you'll want to do a dip to black or a dip to white, whichever you prefer. No matter what you do, it's always about just grabbing the effect and then moving it over into your timeline sequence and then making sure that you're dropping it into the proper audio or video track at the beginning or the end.